Hello, Bots and Books fans. This is Scorp1701, and it's time to take a look at our weekly finds. And there was a lot of great stuff that I was able to find this week, and I'd love to share that with you. So, jumping right in, let's take a look. Starting with some pop figures I found. At Target, I found the Pop Art series, Captain America. I found Spider-Man last week. I finally found Captain America this week. And I found Captain Marvel. Yay, Captain Marvel. And then I found a exclusive flocked Stitch. Now this I just had to pick up because, Stitch is one of my favorite characters. Even though Queen Bravo can't stand him, I think he's adorable. But anyway, yeah. I went to Walmart. I found a flocked Tasmanian Devil from Space Jam, so I thought that was pretty cool. And I also found the Alice in Wonderland pops that had been released. Alice, Cheshire Cat, Mad Hatter, March Hare. I didn't find the White Rabbit, and I think he was an exclusive, came with a t-shirt. Moving on to Migos, I found this awesome Rocketeer Migo. Hadn't never seen him before, so that was actually a pretty neat figure. I thought about getting it, but I decided to leave him for the next person. Queen Bravo was able to find another dinosaur mask, one of blue. It's a little bigger than the one that we found at the other store, and she loved the fact that it opened its mouth and closed its mouth. She didn't try this one on. There was a lot of people around that day, but it was still fun for her to play with anyway. A couple of weeks ago, I saw these bendy figures of Space Jam. You had Lola, Bugs, and Daffy, and I thought these were really cool figures. I mean, the height was good. They really felt good when you picked them up in the package. I've never bought one. I've never played with one. It's from a company called the Noble Collection Toys. Don't know if that has anything to do with the Loyal Subjects. It could be a division. I don't know. They sound kind of similar. But anyway, I thought that these figures were just a one-off for the Space Jam movie, but when I was searching around, I found there was a Wonder Woman, and then there was a Creature from the Black Lagoon. So I'm like, these guys must be making some more of these bendy figures. So I looked them up online, and sure enough, they have a couple licenses that they're going to be doing. DC, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, Universal Monsters. So if this is a new company, it's something that I may pick up in the future because they look really, really good. And if you're interested, check out their website. They do have a lot of cool looking figures on there that are coming. So I'm going to keep an eye out on these bendy figs. At Walmart, I found the Netflix Optimus Primal and Rat Trap. I knew it was coming. This was the first time I actually got a chance to see it in stores, so that was pretty neat. Next, I found the new wave of DC Multiverse Justice League figures. Found the Flash and Cyborg and Aquaman. I didn't find the black suited Superman or the Batman for this line, but hey, they're out there now, so they're hitting stores, so I'll keep a lookout, and maybe next week I'll be able to see those two. And perhaps the biggest find of the week was I found the Castle Grayskull, Masters of the Universe Origins Castle Grayskull for $75 at Walmart. And I was about to pass the aisle, and this is one, this Walmart had the Castle Grayskull on the aisle of the Legos. That was actually on another aisle of where the actual Masters of the Universe is. So I was passing the aisle from the other end, and I looked down, and I could see the shine of the box. I'm like, oh no, they don't have that. So I walked down, and sure enough, there it was, sitting on the shelf in all of its glory. I tried to pick the thing up. Oh, it was huge. I had to get my knee in there for support, and I'm like, this is cool. Gotta take a picture of this for the weekly finds. And it was really, really big. And you have the side of the box. I had to use the Play-Doh display to kind of prop it up so I could take some more pictures. You had the castle, and you had some of the accessories inside and what everything could do. So that was pretty neat. And then you had the back of the box, which was awesome. You have all the characters there and the vehicles, and so that is really neat. I never had Castle Grayskull growing up. I had Snake Mountain, but for the most part, I'm not going to collect these, But I know there's a ton of you guys out there who are collecting these, and I wanted to take a picture and show that they do exist and you can find them in the wild. Also found some new Mega Construx Masters of the Universe, the Fisto and the Evil Lyn. Now, these are the little Lego type guys. You know, they might actually work in the castle. They might be, I think they would be a little too small, but, you know, castle's going to be huge, so I think it might work with these guys. So if you have them, you could try. Also, Masters of the Universe, I found these little figural bag clips. These are Walmart exclusives, and you have 2 sets. You have one with Man-at-Arms and He-Man and Battle-Cat, and then you have one with Trapjaw, Skeletor, and Triclops. So that's pretty neat. So if you're looking for something to put on your backpack or clip somewhere and you like Masters of the Universe, check out Walmart. I found these in the collector's section in the electronics department. One of the biggest things that happened this week was the start of the Target Summer Geek Out event. And I mentioned it last week in that I knew there were going to be some awesome collectibles and that I would keep track of everything that happened this week and I'd show those off. So Tuesday, they released 2 Lego sets. They released a Lego What If with this big green thing, and obviously this is pertaining to the new animated series What If that's about to launch on Disney Plus. And then they also had the Infinity Saga Bro Thor's apartment. So when the fat Thor there without his t-shirt and cord, and they're all sitting on the couch playing video games, eating pizza, drinking beer, stuff like that. So that was pretty interesting, I guess. And if you're interested in these 2 sets, they are still available on the Target site. On Wednesday, the second day, everybody went crazy, and that's because they put out the G.I. Joe Classifieds. Oh my goodness. There was mass hysteria. So the day of the release, they kind of do a teaser about 2 or 3 hours before it's time to be able to pre-order them. When this teaser went up, everybody went crazy. Websites started exploding. Everybody's like, oh my God, it's here. Because Target and Hasbro were making good on their promise to reissue the first wave of Cobra Island G.I. Joe Classified figures, which would include the Baroness, the Cobra Trooper, a Cobra, Viper, Firefly, Roadblock, and Beachhead, of course. And everybody was crazy. They couldn't wait. And everybody was trying to get on there at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, it's not working. It's not working. Screw this. This is BS. Oh my God. What a failure. And, you know, they had to realize and read the instructions. You know, instructions are there for a reason. So when the actual time came for when it was to be able to order, the people went crazy again. The website didn't actually go down. I was on it and I was trying to get my Beachhead because, you know, that's the only one I wanted. But I did run into some issues like, will not go to the cart, or, oh, can't, there's been an error, please try again. So yeah, it was frustrating, but, you know, you work with it, you stay with it, eventually you got through and you get your toy. For some reason, they decided to take the Viper and the Baroness off, so everybody freaked out about that. It's like, oh my God, they're all sold out. No, they weren't sold out, they were just taken off, because they decided to re-release those on Thursday. I guess they had too many. The site was in danger of crashing, so they took 2 of them off. They made an announcement, and they said they were going to reissue those Thursday. It took a little effort. It got a little frustrating, but if you worked with it, you were able to get your toy. So I just want to say, looking at all these eBay auctions for Beachhead, you got $249, $219, $199, $159, $153, $147, $140, $145, all for a toy. And I just want to, I'm going to laugh at these people because shame on you. This is in no way worth $250. Shame on you. With a little patience, I was able to get my Beachhead for $30. I ordered this on Wednesday. I got it Friday morning. So all I can say is thank you, Target. Thank you, Hasbro, for giving us this opportunity. A lot of people didn't get through. A lot of people are angry. A lot of people couldn't figure out how to work it. A lot of people didn't read the instructions. And for that, I'm not sorry for them because they're not doing what they're supposed to try to figure out how to get these figures. Hasbro and Target had no obligation to re-release these figures, but they did. They provided us a time and a way to do it. And you know what? I'm sorry if you didn't get yours and you didn't want to sit through or you didn't want to wake up early. That's just the price to play the game. All right? So enough about that. I hope everybody got theirs, and if not, well, at least with the influx of beachheads, you can try to go to eBay, and the prices have gone down significantly. So you'll probably find one for like $45, $50, $60 now. And if you're still interested, as of the time of this recording, you can still go to the Target app and get the Baroness, the Cobra Trooper, and the Roadblock. So those three are still up. If you're interested in them, go over there. You can still pre-order those. So I hope you guys understand and try to be grateful for what they did do. All right, so that takes us to Thursday. And of course, like I said before, on Thursday, the Baroness and the Viper did go up for sale again. But they also put out a reissue of the DC Multiverse Flashpoint Batman. And this is a little different than the regular release because this one actually has a mask on, and I think this is the better one. I don't really care about the unmasked version with the sword when you had this one running around. So this is still available. So if you're interested in getting him, you can still go over to the Target website and pick him up. And they also released some Art Series Funko Batman Pops, and these were pretty interesting. I thought they were a little much and really busy for my taste, but if you're a collector of the Art Series and you're looking for them, they are still available on the site as well. And then finally, Friday came, and they had two Funko US Basketball Hardwood Classic versions of David Robinson and Karl Malone. So if you're interested in NBA Pops and these two particular, you can still go to the website and the app, and they're still available as well. And that concluded the first week of the Summer Geek Out Target event. So, you know what? I'm still going to be checking next week to see what they're releasing, and I think there's still going to be some good stuff there. And the last thing I want to talk about is the crazy debacle, which was the Acoustic Wave release. So for those of you who are familiar with third-party Transformers, you know Fans Toys is a big company, and you may know or you may not know that their second offering that they were going to release was a Soundwave homage called Acoustic Wave. But at the time, Takara Tomy was creating their Soundwave, and Fans Toys didn't want to incur the wrath of the actual official producers of Transformers, so they kind of held back on releasing their Soundwave or Acoustic Wave. And then a few years later, the mold got outdated, so they had to update it. And this week, they decided to release the Acoustic Wave figure. Now, I'm not sure why or all the reasons, but they decided to rebrand Acoustic Wave under Robot Paradise. But the figure kept the same name as Acoustic Wave. So you knew, and fans should have known, that the Acoustic Wave from Robot Paradise was actually the Fans Toys Soundwave. Now, Fans Toys has done this before when they released a second version of the Dinobot Slag in the Perfect Fusion line, which was kind of the same thing as Robot Paradise. I think maybe they're trying to put it out under that because if something happens, Takara Tomy does go after them, they can sue Robot Paradise and then they won't get Fans Toys themselves. It's always kind of delicate when you're dealing with other people's LPs or IPs, licensed properties or intellectual properties, because it's not really yours, so they could sue you. And a lot of third-party Transformer companies have been eliminated because they infringed on Takara Tomy, or Takara Tomy just went after them for some reason or another. I don't know. But anyway, back to the story. This particular one was released, so I missed it, and I was very sad that I missed it. So I checked all the third-party Transformer sites I could, like The Chosen Prime, Toy Dojo, Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source, TF Direct, Robot Kingdom, but all of these were sold out, so I was very depressed. But then I remembered my favorite site, The Chosen Prime, often has this thing called a waiting list. So logged back onto there, and unfortunately they didn't have a waiting list with this, and so like very, very sad. Said, well, maybe it's just a mishap. So I wrote in sales and I asked them, I said, hey, I would like to be put on the waiting list for the Acoustic Wave if somebody cancels their order. So about an hour later, I got an email from them saying, okay, there's not a waiting list on this particular item, but if you're interested, just let us know and we'll give you a heads up if one becomes available. And then I immediately responded, oh yes, please, I would love to be notified. Well, it wasn't like 5 minutes later before I started getting notifications in my email that I had made purchases from the Chosen Prime. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? And like within 5 minutes, they sent me back an email and said, hey, we got you covered. Not only was I able to pre-order an Acoustic Wave, but I was also able to get a set of the tapes as well. So in this particular release, the Acoustic Wave only came with one tape, and that was the Frenzy/Rumble. Frenzy if you watch the cartoon, Rumble if you collected the original toys. Okay, I consider this little red guy Frenzy, but that's because I grew up on the cartoon. And you can buy the tape pack, which they sell separately, and that has Rumble, Laserbeak, and Ravage, and those are basically the only three that I want. I consider Frenzy a bonus, so I was very fortunate and I was very happy, and I'd recommend the Chosen Prime over any third-party Transformer company because I like the way they do business. They really had my back last night. And if you're looking for this guy, you might want to write the different companies and see if you can be on standby if some of these pre-orders get canceled. And he's a relatively expensive figure, so there is a good chance that people will reconsider after the time gets around and say, I can't afford it after all. Anyway, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some of the things I found this week interesting. And I just wanted to let you guys know these figures are out there. So please, 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 don't pay scalper prices for them on eBay unless you just have no other options. So anyway, guys, have a good night, and until next time, keep playing.